Hello, 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 and welcome to my latest video, the Rainbow Eye. This is a piece that I originally did for display, but a lovely friend actually bought it from me pretty much the day after I finished it. So it's going to be a circular piece, but with a white base with the rainbow colours coming from the inside and then going to the out. The inside of the whole piece is going to be black. All of the colours will be in the description of the work. All of them were just paint and water. So you can see here I'm just doing a circle of black. I did actually make it a circle when I was pouring it out. You don't really need to do that. You can just pour in the same point and it will automatically become a circle. Then the next bit is going around with some silver. Silver is going to be used fairly liberally in this piece. And obviously got a drip there on the canvas. It doesn't matter, it will be dealt with afterwards. As I say, silver will be used fairly liberally with the piece, as will white, because I wanted this to be a fairly bright piece. It was originally done to be a second part of a two-set display piece. The other canvas got bought by another friend who I just lent it to her for her to see what size canvas she was going to have in that she wanted. So I've got down there the purple, and then I'm going from purple through to red, so purple, blue, green, yellow, orange and red. I'm leaving a slight gap in between some of the colours just so the colours will show on the piece, because I didn't want any of the gorgeous colours to be eaten up. So I'm going in now with my green. It looks to be very dark on the canvas, but it's actually quite a bright colour. I didn't want too much green in this piece though, even though it's a rainbow one. Green, orange, they can take over pieces far too easily, so I didn't want that to be the case, which is why there's a large gap between the blue and the green, and why I'm putting the silver at this point. Putting the silver in here means the three colours, so purple, blue, green, they can blend, they can look gorgeous. They're then going to hit another colour before they go in to the yellow, the orange and the red. Purple and yellow do not go well together. Green and orange also don't go so well together. They make an awful muddy brown colour, so the silver there is acting as a barrier, so those colours aren't going to interact too badly. And again, I'm doing a thinner ribbon of orange. It's the same amount of paint that's been used, but the ribbons are getting thinner and thinner as you go round, because it's going around a larger area. And it's not going to have quite so far to travel. Also, yellow and orange, they're going to mix together to make another orangey colour with the red, so I'm not really too worried about the colour not working. I've got the red going round again. It's particularly thick on the sides, not so much, and I even missed a bit actually. You can see in the bottom right hand corner there. Well, it looks, to me it's the bottom left hand corner, it's actually the top right hand corner on the screen. You can see I'm going back in and fixing that now. So that's the paint pretty much poured out, and I also have another colour that I'm using. Well, it's not really a colour, it's another type of paint. It's a pearl white paint, because I want the edges to be a bit more sparkly. Kind of did, kind of didn't work in the end, and I'm now going in with with the silver in between a few different colours, and remembering that I actually had intended to leave gaps between all of the different colours so I could have silver in between each one. Yeah, I didn't. I'll do it on the next one that I'm going to do, because I'm obviously going to have to do another display piece like this. The same with the inverted colours, which were black in the centre again, then all the silver and all the rest of it, but going from red through to purple with a black outline. I'm now going in with the white around the edge. I haven't flooded the canvas to start off with, because I don't want all of the colour going over the edge of the canvas. So what I do in those cases, when I don't want that to happen, is I'll literally not flood the canvas. I will finger paint to the edge so that you get the white all the way around the edge, but it controls where the paint can flow. The reason why you have the pillow, base coat, flood, whatever you want to call it, is it gives the paint the colours that you want to be gliding over something to glide over on. If you don't want it gliding over the whole canvas, don't paint the whole canvas. Make sure you've got the base coat handy so that you can go in after it's dried a bit to the edge and then go from there. It's a really fun way to do paintings. It controls where everything flows through to. One thing that you have to be careful of is the with white, particularly if you've got any splodges of colour. So if you've splodges, any drips, obviously that will mix with the white while you're finger painting, like I just did. And I tried to make a feature out of it by giving all four corners colour. In the end, because I just painted it, showed the picture to my friend who bought the canvas, she didn't like the colours on the edge, so I went over it in white. If you do ever buy a canvas from me, if there are bits that you don't like, I will usually go back in and edit them, unless it's a case of you're buying it as displayed, and that's only really the point where I've put the varnish on. Then it's not something that I know how to do particularly well to go back and change it. So, but that's the other thing. It's just paint. So if you want to try something, try it. See how it looks. See how it looks dried. You can always go back in and repaint. There I'm coming in with the heat wand, which is bursting the air bubbles in the paints. Just before I start with the fun times with the blow dryer. Sorry, just trying to suppress a cough there. So with this bit, I'm doing what is called an air swipe. So I'm using the center colour and then going in there and blowing all the way out, trying not to go too many times over. Ideally just blowing once, but maybe 2 or 3 times, because the more that you force the colours over each other, you increase the risk of the piece muddying. With this palette, that is a risk anyway to start off with. I'm just having second thoughts and going in with a lot more silver between the green and the yellow. The other thing that I forgot to say, the black in this is a Mars black but with gloss medium added in, so it did look very glossy. Even with the gloss varnish over, the middle of it looked glossy. I'm now going to leave you with the music as the air swipes happen. So that's the main air swipe done. So, and I'm really happy with it and really praying that it dries like this. It dries amazingly. I love it. Now I'm just looking at it, seeing if I like it, if I don't like it, and seeing where the colours are going through right, where they're not. And I've decided to use the soap and water spray on the piece just to get a few of these small champagne cells to come through. It looked great as it was, but I decided that I wanted the champagne cells, so this is what I was doing there. And it's a big canvas, so you have to go through a few times. What you do with this, it's a 30% dish soap washing up liquid to 70% water mix. You spray on the paint, it shocks the canvas. Well, it doesn't shock the canvas, it basically arrests the surface tension, or does something to the surface tension of the paint, which allows the paint density to come into play, so paints will rise and fall depending on how dense they are. What you need to do with that after a little while is you go through with the heat wand afterwards just to pop all of the bubbles. The flash that you can see on the screen is me taking pictures on my phone while I'm giving it time before I come in with the heat wand. I'm not sure if I actually got that on camera. I did, there we go. It's just going through there. The reason why I use a heat wand instead of a butane torch is I'm dyspraxic. If you give me a mini flamethrower, I'm probably going to destroy my house, so don't want to do that. So I use the electric heat wand. It's an embossing tool for card craft, and it's just as effective, just a bit less portable because it's got to be plugged into a power socket. So thank you for watching. Please like, subscribe, and follow me on my social media at Sissy Art on Instagram, Facebook, and on Twitter at Desson-Baxter. See you next time.